A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 9, verses 35 to chapter 10, verses 1 and 6 to 8. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. Then Jesus made a circuit of all the towns and villages. He taught in their meeting places, reported kingdom news, and healed their diseased bodies, healed their bruised and hurt lives. When he looked out over the crowds, his heart broke. So confused and aimless they were, like sheep with no shepherd. What a huge harvest, he said to his disciples. How few workers! On your knees and pray for harvest hands. The prayer was no sooner prayed than it was answered. Jesus called 12 of his followers and sent them into the ripe fields. Go to the lost, confused people right here in the neighborhood. Tell them that the kingdom is here. Bring health to the sick, raise the dead, touch the untouchables, kick out the demons. You have been treated generously, so live generously. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 9 verses 35 to chapter 10 verses 1 and 6 to 8. One thing about which we can be certain and from which we might draw hope is that God is a healer. He heals the broken-hearted and binds up their wounds. Jesus understands the pains of being wounded from his own experience of the woundedness he endured. Therefore, heal the sick is a mission mandate of Christ to his disciples. He sent out his apostles on a mission. Their first task was to preach, proclaim the message that the kingdom of heaven is near. Then the Lord gives a list of tasks they must carry out. But all those tasks are all about healing, raising the dead, cleansing the lepers, drive out demons. All these assignments are about healing the sick. Jesus moves with compassion for the sufferings he witnessed, expanded the reach of his healing touch by commissioning his disciples with the mission of bringing people back to health. Thus, physical, emotional, and spiritual health of our brothers and sisters is a responsibility of a disciple of Jesus. A disciple may have his own brokenness, but that does not and must not prevent him or her from carrying out the task of healing the sick. Do you still have some excuses for not getting involved in the mission of the church, such as you are not good enough or not worthy enough? Ask the 12 apostles for their competency for taking up the task of preaching the gospel. They got selected not because of their merits or proficiencies. Perhaps the Lord chose them for their woundedness in order to heal the wounds of the world. And that is why we call the church a wounded healer. As we wait for the Lord this Advent season and also waiting for an end to this pandemic, may we all find comfort in the knowledge that Christ meets us in and through our woundedness.